What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Pro League Middle East, North Africa and South Asia Championship. This is the Pro Analysis segment, Super Jonny, joined by Fyxs, and this time there's a lot going on. We have multiple regions, we have a lot to break down, so we're going to start things off with teams to look out for, followed by the top players, and in the end we have something special.
Well, that's going to be the map Hotspots, something new that we have for you guys this time.
Exactly, so without wasting any further time, let's get this party started. Now, starting things off, the first thing we talk about is teams to look out for, and on number 3 this time we have Galaxy Racers.
Well, considering the fact that they had a really good start during the league stages, winning it by almost like around 100 plus margin, and heading into the finals, I really felt they could have done better because they were the ones who everyone thought would win the trophy, but that did not happen. They kind of messed things up when it actually really mattered. But still, overall, we know it's a very promising squad. They've got some good players in. Modi is one of those players to really look out for. So I think, yes, Galaxy Race is definitely going to shine in this one.
Exactly, it's one of the best teams from the MENA region, and they have time and time again proven it. But if you're talking about the best teams from their respective regions, we have to talk about the best team from Pakistan, and that is I8.
100%, even last time when we were doing the pro predictions, we sort of did think that, I8 would be having a decent time, but they had an even better one, right? Heading into the finals. Crypto being in a sublime form, and he's been out-fragging everybody the way he's been playing. But what really concerns me is Jonny's and Review's form, right? If they start clicking together, I think I8 is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And I think that is something that we see them struggle with in this recent PMPL South Asia Season 3, but the team did improve. And it is going to be a journey of improvement for the team. But talk about the journeys. On number 1, ladies and gentlemen, we have a team that has just started its journey, but they are looking really solid already, and that is Fyxs with Vibes.
100%. The Cinderella story being really alive over here.
Yes.
The way they have been playing, that was a clutch, right? Towards the very last day, they were not even in contention for the first spot, but the final day being so good and getting the chicken dinner, winning the tournament, being leveled up in terms of points. With, of course, Dead Eyes, this has been a dream run. Like, you enter the major leagues and you start winning it, and you've started feeling yourself. The confidence is on a different high right now, and this is what I'm going to expect from them. And you got the players, Rules, Delta, everyone just contributing to the betterment of the squad. I think we're going to be looking at a really good performance from these lads.
Exactly. I mean, these teams have been incredible in their own right, but a few honorable mentions. I mean, these are going to be the obvious ones, starting things off with DRS taking on the competition. I mean, the team definitely has quite a lot to prove for themselves with the way things went in PMPL South Asia Season 4, and it is going to be a lot of fans hoping that DRS walk away with the trophy in this one, but only time will tell what is going to happen.
They're pretty moody, right? If they feel like having a chicken dinner, they just get it, right? That's as easy peasy for them. And on the other note, they've already qualified for the GC by the points that they were already accrued for themselves. But more than DRS, I really want to see as to how Dead Eyes, or rather Vibes, perform, because you're not talking about a team like Vibes. We know this is a team that can have the caliber to go really big. The chicken dinners that they get, that 17-18 kills every single time. But the only problem that they've been facing so far is the consistency. If they can manage to maintain that, I think we're looking at a potential top 3 for them.
Oh boy, there's a lot of interesting mixes in this championship, and it is going to be really exciting to watch what is going to happen when the action unfolds. But we've talked about the teams, now it's time to talk about the players. And as far as the individual players go, I think from the MENA region, we have to talk about Yusuf.
Yeah, I mean, being the MVP of that tournament, that is something that no one ever anticipated in their wildest of dreams, right? Yala had always been a team that focused a lot of positioning, but this time was something entirely different. They were getting a lot of kills for them. They were also getting a lot of position points. The early points that they did accumulate for themselves, they did manage to hold it out till the very end, and he also did play a very important role in that. So for him to play in a different region, that's the biggest question. How is he going to fare off against the South Asian teams? But apart from that, I think I really have big hopes on this lad.
Exactly. I mean, he has a lot as you said, I mean, you are hoping to see quite a lot from him. The fans are hoping to see quite a lot from him, and I believe Yalla Esports are going to be relying quite heavily on him as well. But there's another player from Wizards with Vibes who is sort of in a similar position. That is going to be Delta. I mean, quite heavily relied upon for those frags to come for his team, and he always delivers.
Yeah, I mean, he's the powerhouse, you know, behind Wizards with Vibes. They do not get a lot of kills, but whatever kills they get, you know, Delta has some or the other way, has an influence over that, either by assist or maybe he does it for himself, right? So he's definitely one of those players that did come out as a surprise this time, I must say, because we never really thought that he would be out-fragging the entire lobby over there. And Ansh did warn me about it, you know, watch out for this lad. And well, it did turn true. And I believe the way he's been playing, he's got a really bright future up ahead.
I mean, and you talked about, you mentioned a few keywords over here that is going to be a perfect segue to the player that we are keeping on the first position in terms of the top players. You mentioned powerhouse, you mentioned player to look out for. And when those two words are put together, the first name that pops into your head is Crypto from i8 Esports.
He's evolved, right? He's evolved as a human, as a player as well. Because you talk about Crypto, his position, right? He usually loves to play that support role. But we've even seen him, you know, in the PMPL this time, you know, go against the likes of Zeus, even on those closer ranges, which was one of his weakness. He's worked on that, and he's very proficient on it right now. And heading in to the MENA championships, I really think that he's going to outcrack the entire lobby. He's starting to feel himself. Of course, you've got the other big, you know, giants. You've got players from DRS, the entire team. You've got the likes of Assassin. You've got the likes of Jiggle. They were good as well. You've got the Mongolians, for Christ's sake. You've got Action and Top, right? But, you know, this, Crypto, what he puts on the table is something really special, because time and again, you think that, you know, he might underperform a bit, and he always surprises you.
I mean, the most consistent player we have seen so far. So it's going to be quite exciting to see what is going to happen in the MENA and SA Championship. Alright, now it's time to talk about the hotspots on every single map, ladies and gentlemen. Starting things off, on a Wrangle, the place that we are going to expect a lot of explosions as soon as the game starts. It is going to be Milta, out of all places.
Yes, and you know, you're talking about the teams contesting over there. You've got different flavors right off the bat. You've got Fate, Wizards with Vibes, and TES. Now, TES being the dark horses, right? We do not know much about what they're going to offer, because they've not got a lot of experienced players. But you know, these are the players that you need to be more scared of, because you really do not know what they're going to pull off over there. You know, suddenly you're going to be walking off and they hold your position and they just take you down.
Now, the best thing about this collision is going to be the fact that you have Stalwart Esports right at no rep noise. You never know what they are going to bring to the table. But as we move forward to unexpected things, again, another unexpected drop collision happens on Sanhok in Xiaomi.
Yeah, out of every place on earth, and it's understandable why, right? This is a place where teams generally tend to avoid fights. Now that they do know that they've got to face against two more extra teams, this is going to be interesting who backs off. And you know, you're talking about the teams in contention. You've got teams like Galaxy Races, you've got KHK, again, one of those unprecedented teams that we have not heard of a lot. But I'm really excited to see what they're going to put on the table.
Exactly, and the excitement does not end here, because when we move to Miramar, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this, Fyxs. Montenuevo, DRS, and Rico Infinity.
Well, I mean, that is where things start to get interesting, because, you know, both the teams, they have dual drops over there. We've seen DRS going to Vitslaco Breria, so that's what I'm going to anticipate, that they might, you know, head off in that direction, because Rico Infinity, if you talk about their past, this is one of those teams that's strongest in the map of Miramar, and they've proved that time and again.
So, I mean, the excitement, it is at its peak, and what could take it to the next level is the tournament starting, which is going to be starting on the 9th, ladies and gentlemen, and ending on the 14th. We're going to have the league stage, we're going to have the finals of this MENA and SA Championship. Do make sure to tune in on the PUBG Mobile Esports official YouTube channels and the PUBG Mobile Esports South Asia YouTube channels as well, and we'll see you guys on the Battleground. So, goodbye.